this one's a little hard for me. But because I promised myself to practice what I preach, and also in line with a promise I made to myself years ago that if it scared me, I had to do it. If I found myself resisting, it was a sign, not that I'm shouldn't do it, but more that I'm on the right track and I have to follow through. And what am I talking about even? I'm talking about showing up. I'm talking about being vulnerable and showing the sides of yourself that are scary to show, because you never know how people are going to react. But I was listening to Brene Brown. She has been so inspiring to me over the years, and she talks a lot about vulnerability and self-compassion. And one of the things that I've really learned over the years is how much of a difference it makes when you hold yourself to the same type of esteem that you would hold a friend. So what do I mean by that? I mean, if you saw your friend trying, like really trying to, do something, would you berate her and tell her how crappy she is and put her down? No, right? You'd be there encouraging your friend, trying to give them other solutions, maybe if they ask for it, and finding what they are doing well. I was in a constant spiral of I suck at everything and everything I do is awful. Everyone leaves me. It was such a shame cycle that I was in, and all I could see was how crappy of a person I was. Is that really inspiring to make you want to show up for your life? Like, you get to a point where you start thinking, what's the point? I'm just going to screw this up anyways. And I got to such a low point that I was so sick of putting myself down all the time. I was so tired of feeling heavy and hopeless that anything would ever change for me. And it started with a question I asked myself, because let me remind you, it's years and years of living with the attitude that if I focus on my negative points, my weaknesses, my failures, that I'll develop the tools to improve them, right? If I keep putting them to light, then it'll make me more aware and I won't keep doing the same thing. But really, I just felt worse and worse about myself. So I asked myself this question of, okay, the way you're talking to yourself is really not working. What would it look like? Now, we could always go back. I mean, if this experiment doesn't work, you can always go back, but what you're doing is not working. How you're treating yourself is not working. What would life look like if every time you went to put yourself down, you flipped it? What if every time you went to berate yourself, you gave yourself some encouragement instead? What would life look like if you approached it that way? And let me tell you, it wasn't easy. I did those things where you put in the headphones before bed and you listen to affirmations, and I could literally feel a battle within me. That's not true, or I'm not that person, or because I was so accustomed to the self-hatred that I had been practicing for years. And the key word there is practicing. Just because you practice it again and again doesn't make what you've trained yourself to believe true. It's what you've conditioned yourself to believe. Whether it's through messages from your surroundings or growing up or whatever it was, that's not the essence of you. You, the real you, the you that is pushed down and unable to be seen is the one that's trying to survive this constant negativity. I mean, how much can you fight yourself before you're gonna feel depressed? You can only continue to fight and put yourself down so much, because if it were true, then there would be some merit to it and you could grow from there. But who can grow from there and sustain it? It's just not sustainable at all. I just wish I knew that sooner. So I challenge you, every time that you start catching yourself saying something mean about yourself or putting yourself down because you screwed something up or you said the wrong thing, I want you to try and laugh. Find what's funny in the situation. Turn it around. Pretend it's like a friend who did it. Would you treat your friend that way? God, no. I remember hearing this thing about if you put a microphone in your head and recorded all the horrible things you say to yourself, you'd look like just insane. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we talk to ourselves as if it's truth? I want to remind you, you create your own truth each and every day. Every decision, every thought, you choose. You can choose whether you're going to go with that thought or generate a new one. What's another possibility, a different way to look at this? How can I clean my dirty glasses? Because your clean glasses will show a very different person. I hope that's helpful to you. And share with me in the comments what new thing are you going to start telling yourself? What thing are you going to start dropping telling yourself? My goal here is to help you clean your dirty glasses and start living your truest, most fullest life.